Greetings, everyone. I'm One Hamster.
My name is Suspicious Dish, I guess.
Yeah, you're back again. So, I don't think you've ever seen me do a training mission before.
Sikayo!
No,
Sorry,
you have not seen me
sorry.
do a training mission before. So, let me talk to the audience real quick. So, because nobody voted on what weapon I was supposed to use, go figure, then I've decided Great Sword. Well, that was what Heat Wizard told me to use. So, so as you can see, I have damage recovery, sharpness, and blunt. So my red health will recover faster. I will have extra sharpness. As you see, I get some blue sharpness there. But blunt means my sharpness goes down a lot faster. Luckily, the Great Sword doesn't lose sharpness very fast unless I'm blocking with it. But anyway, yes, a training mission. I guess I should probably explain this to you.
Guess I'll figure it out.
Well, it's very simple. They give you presets of gear, so you can't bring too good gear into a fight, and they give you presets of items, so you can't, just bring millions of items to help you cheese the fight. And then they stick you up against a monster in this tiny little arena. And then it is kind of like a time attack and a score attack, see how well you can do. And, beat your own score.
Have you always had that cool afro?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Really?
there's always just been a helmet in the way.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why it's Boxy Brown. I got some blaxploitation going on here.
Oh.
Yeah. Got her in a yellow outfit and everything when I don't have armor on. So,
I don't think you can run with something on your back like that.
No,
Not sure this monster fighting game is that realistic, sorry.
No, it isn't. I'm pretty sure if it was realistic there would be no monsters involved. Maybe some deer at most.
And you...
So, the good thing about training missions is...
Is your afro semi-transparent?
Only if you zoom in real close and the model starts clipping through the camera.
Nice! So what was that? Did you just, pick up a thing from a barrel? Is that they just hide random items inside the arena?
They do hide, not random, there's always the same items, but there's always a large bomb, a small bomb, and a trap.
Okay.
So, the trick to this is you want to get them stuck in the wall. Just block, get them to run to the wall. Not always it works.
Wait, so that blocked?
Yeah, you can block with great swords.
You're holding a giant bone sword, and you're telling me that his giant horns were stopped by it.
Yeah. Well, usually you still take damage against some attacks.
That thing should have snapped in half.
Oh, it should have, but, it's a video game. I think your problem here is that you're trying to put too much logic into it.
Yeah, I'm a logical person, I guess.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I will, though, warn people that the starting is a little bit rough because he will not cooperate. He refuses to get stuck into the wall.
Am I reading this right? Do you actually have 40 minutes to beat this mission?
Yeah. They gave you a time limit. Sometimes the time limit is like 5 or 10 minutes, depending on the training mission. Sometimes it's 40 minutes.
Is this entire video this training mission?
Yeah, the entire video is this training mission, but there's also some little extra stuff after the training mission, so it's not just this guy in this tiny little arena.
So who sponsors this training?
What did you say?
Who sponsors this training?
The trainer, I guess?
Who's training us?
The guy you saw in the selection screen, basically.
Okay.
He's the training school instructor or something like that.
If you get hurt too much and you die, do you get rushed to a hospital or something, or is he just like, well, another one bites dust, he wasn't strong enough?
Well, actually, that's the funny thing. In a normal mission, you can get 3 KOs before you lose the mission. If you get KO'd even once, you lose. Over. It's done.
In a training mission, you mean?
Yeah.
Do you wake up on a hospital bed?
I imagine so. I don't know.
Oh.
They don't really show that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's in the director's cut of the game.
Yeah,
just
probably.
Dump you to the menu screen here.
It's actually in the Japanese version of the game that nobody gets to see because, you know, we're not Japanese. We're not cool enough.
Thanks for the sound effects there.
You're welcome. But what I was going to say, the good thing about the training mission is that you don't lose anything. It doesn't cost any money or anything to go take a training mission, and you do get some monetary rewards the better you do the mission. So there's actually, aside from, you know, getting a better point score, you know, to just up your own score, there are other reasons to do it. You can even, like, with your friends, you can check out their cards, which then you could see their point score and their time or so forth, and then you could, if you want to be competitive, you can try to see who can do best if you want. And there's even also group training. Of course, the group training is a little bit more lenient since there's up to 4 people, then they let you die a couple more times.
If you wanted to, you see that ledge right in front of you? Or
yeah, I could climb up it if I wanted to.
Can you climb up on it?
Yeah.
Can you attack it from above?
I would say that's a horrible, horrible, horrible idea. There's, you see those big gray rocks?
I see.
Up on top of the ledge?
You mean the obsidian things?
Yeah.
Scheist,
Black,
whatever. I
grayish.
forget my rocks.
Yeah.
Nice, maybe? I don't know. No, I think that's... I don't remember.
Well, the problem with them is my weapon is big and huge and is going to get in the way of those rocks. As you noticed, occasionally when I swing, I will suddenly bounce for no reason. That's because I'm hitting the sword's hitbox is actually hitting the hitbox of those rocks.
Your sword is getting in the way of those rocks. Yes.
Yeah. So, if I was standing up there trying to swing at the Diablos, my weapon would get stuck between the rocks, and there's no room to move up there. So, he would pretty much hit you with everything.
Could you throw a trap from up there?
No. No, you have to place them on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of the downside of the traps. But, that ledge, with some monsters, if you have a ranged weapon, you can actually stand up there and shoot the monster. So there is a kind of a purpose to those ledges. But I would say with melee weapons, just you kind of got to stay close to them. So.
So they said they give you a preset weapon and a preset item set.
Yeah.
No. Can you choose between multiple presets, or is it set free of whatever you fight?
Well, you can choose between different weapons, and then each weapon gets a different set of armor and item selection.
If you wanted to, could you have chosen a ranged weapon and just sniped them from afar up there?
I could, in fact. But I would not dare doing it with the weapon setup that they give me, because you don't have a shield mounted on your bowgun. Just think of it as a handheld cannon.
Can he actually hurt you up there?
He can actually hurt you. His hitboxes are large enough to actually get you.
Right. Okay.
So it's not... some monsters, it's safe because they don't really have anything they could do to you if you're standing on a ledge. But there's a lot of monsters where they'll get you anyways, because either they have a ranged attack or they just have massive hitboxes.
But how far? You can go back pretty far. How could he even reach you if you went all the way back?
You know when he digs up from the ground? Well, he will dig up from the ground right up against the wall, and half of his body will sort of clip through the cliff and get you anyways.
Gotcha.
So, ooh. And I got punished for sharpening my weapon.
Yeah, I don't know what you expected out of that. I'm just gonna sit here while he charges at me. That's a good idea. That's good
well,
strategy,
the thing is,
right?
he stunned me. His roar stuns you. So, unless you have armor that, you know, removes the stun from roars.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, there's actually a thing.
So this game is basically a giant game of rock, paper, scissors? If he has the stun ability, or, no, stun shield beats stun ability, etc., 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 is that basically it?
Not exactly, because, you know, monsters usually have multiple different types of abilities, and your armor sets, can only have so many skills in the armor set, depending on what armor it is, and then you can decorate it a little bit here and there. So...
You just threw a trap, didn't you?
No, I threw a sonic bomb. Basically, they are weak to sonic attacks when they dig into the ground, if they're not enraged.
Did you just deploy an exploding barrel?
Yes. I gathered them from the corners of the map. I have not used my trap yet.
So there's just exploding barrels on the corners of the map.
Yeah, basically they put them in there. If you wanna risk possibly getting hit a few times, or if you're using the ranged weapon, risk dying picking up items, you know, they're there to help you. But
so the trainer's sort of like, I'll just put an exploding barrel here.
Yeah, it's a great idea. It helps me.
It's a terrible idea.
I don't know. I quite enjoy that idea. And he's angry.
We're in a desert. There's probably oil all around that will explode.
No, it's not that kind of desert.
Oh. It was was it right by the wood scaffolding too? Would that have caught fire?
Well, here's the thing. It'd probably be blasted away if it blew up, but not catch on fire. It's not that kind of bomb. You need a sustained flame for wood to burn.
Right, okay. I mean, I thought that thing was like made of like birch, or not birch, like balsa wood or something.
I
so
wouldn't
it would
know
catch
what
fire
wood
instantly.
they have. They probably have their own trees for Monster Hunter, considering it's fantasy monster world where giant monsters exist and people can wield giant weapons 2 times their size.
So we're gonna have Tree and Bush Hunter next?
Well, believe it or not, you can destroy all the vegetation by gathering them up in gathering missions. Maybe not destroy them, but I prefer my thread title where it's Plant and Monster Genocide Simulator. Yeah, just haphazardly ripping down beehives for honey and all that good stuff because, well, I need to get myself some items for crafting.
There's crafting in this game?
Very basic crafting. It's just combine herb and mushroom and get healing potion.
Let me ask you another question. Is there mining in this game?
Yes. But it's, you know, it's just, there's a mining point, you push on it and you get stuff, and then...
So there's both mining and crafting?
And fishing.
Oh, well.
And bug hunting. But it's just bring tool to area and then you get stuff.
So this game is Minecraft fish bug hunt?
Kinda?
Doesn't quite roll off the tongue as easily.
No, it doesn't really. It doesn't. Also, there's actually healing potions lying in one of the corners of the map, too, if you were wondering.
I wasn't wondering.
No, I was just... Oh boy. I love when these monsters are almost dead, because then if you just touch them, they enrage.
Did you say there was a weapon that actually shows an HP value, or do you actually help?
There is no way to show HP value in the game unless you're cheating and using hacks.
Okay.
The closest you can get to it is if you get an armor set that allows you to see when a monster is almost dead and you can capture them.
Okay.
And by capture them, you basically capture them alive and then you butcher them afterwards.
So what is the armor set to? Does it like tint them a specific color?
No, it's just you know, armor sets give certain skills, and then they will have decoration slots where you can put gems in, and then the gems give certain skills.
Right, but how does it actually show when the monster's almost dead on screen?
Oh, it will just show on them if you have paintballed the monster. If you have monster paintball, there will be like the dot on the map, and the dot will generally be pink. But if he's almost dead, it will be yellow and blinking.
Gotcha. But it doesn't really matter anyway. It's not really that useful because all the monsters have tails anyway, right?
No, some of them don't really have any tells, and some of them have really hard tells, so it can be useful depending on the monster.
Okay.
Like, if they're stuck in an arena like this, certain monsters that will limp away to a point where they can, like in the middle of the arena, and then they take off and fly. If you're just in a tiny arena here like this, you will never see them limp because, well, there's no reason to escape, so they'll just keep fighting. And then there's actually certain missions where they just, oh, here's a one area sort of arena type thing, and here, you need to remove the monster from there and kill him for the people. So you go do that, but so unless you're really good at guessing, then you're not really going to ever see it limp. Maybe like once in a million chance to see it limp, but I have not really seen it before.
So is the rest of the 5 minutes of this video just you collecting loot?
No. I will be showing off the different weapons and the different armor sets, going through them, and then I will be telling people to vote, and you will be getting the tiebreaker vote in case somebody votes. If nobody votes, then the weapon you choose will be the weapon I use.
The weapon I choose?
Yeah.
Haven't you already recorded a bunch of footage, though?
No, not for the training missions. I do them every so often.
Okay.
It's to give people a chance to vote, and then if they want to... they used to vote, but they don't do it anymore.
Man.
So the next thing we'll be fighting is a Gravios. I hate Gravios, if you couldn't tell.
Love ravioli.
I love ravioli too. Too bad this is not ravioli. So, this weapon. This is the sword and shield, and it looks like a hook instead of a sword. Go figure. So, here they give me extra damage with bombs, with the armor setup, and they give me a sleep weapon.
They also give you an anti-gravity spell, it looks like.
No anti-gravity spells.
Levitation spell, then?
No, there's no magic.
Are you just being twisted up by wires, then?
Possibly.
Ah, cool.
So, this here is the long sword. It looks like a scythe, model-wise. They don't give me anything too special item-wise. But the goal is to kind of chop off the tail, and I think maybe just keep attacking the tail with the long sword. Not entirely sure. That's not how I do it, though. But they give me ESP, so I'll never bounce off monsters. Sharp sword, so, you know, I sharpen my weapon a lot faster, and my weapon loses sharpness a lot slower. So, actually, the ESP thing is really, really good. I actually got a hold of those Sword Saint earrings myself. Or piercings, I should say. This weapon, not so happy about. It is a hammer.
So this is the one you vote for, guys. Remember that.
Well, I'm not so happy about it because it, I don't know, it's just this hammer.
It's the Katamari weapon, though. It's awesome.
It just doesn't feel very effective, this hammer, because, well, the great part of this is the monster uses a lot of sleep attacks, and with sleep negated, I'm immune to sleep attacks. So, that's pretty good. I can stand between his legs and just ignore his sleep clouds that he puffs out. What I don't like about it is the poison attribute value. I can never really get the poison in on him before he dies, so it kind of feels pointless. Even though he's weak to poison. The gun lance. This is a pretty good setup. What they give me. They pretty much just give me a gunning setup. I think it's like a spread shot level 3 or something like that. So maximum damage for gunning. And they give me guard increase so I can block any attack. There's unblockable attacks where you need guard increase to even attempt to block or you will die. Oh, it's a spread shot level 2. I quickly saw there. But it's also ice. Doesn't do too much there. And here's the ranged weapon that they're giving me. Give me a good choice of ammo. And, well, I can't remember what the armor does, but we will get to the armor eventually. Pierce shot's
Normal
pretty good.
S level 1. What is that?
Normal shot level 1. It's just basically vanilla ammo that doesn't do any special effects.
Gotcha.
So a large attack boost and piercing damage up, so my pierce shot will do a lot more damage. The downside is the hunger increase, which means my stamina bar depletes a lot faster. So, what do you think? No? What do you think of weapons?
Oh, me? I thought you were talking to the thread, sort of.
No, you.